Hello and welcome to the Light TV Breakfast Show, a show meant to inform, inspire, and to transform your lives. Dear viewer, if you're just joining us, you're watching us live on your top star decoders on channel 121. You're also watching us live on Facebook. You're watching us live on YouTube. And you're not to mention TikTok on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Indeed, it is lovely that you have joined us today, dear viewer. Indeed, please stay tuned and get inspired by today's breakfast show. And I'm joined on set by a lovely person, Mrs. Memory H. Chanda. Indeed, we have this lovely person who's an author, a poet, a public speaker, a lecturer, and she wears so many hats. Welcome to today's breakfast show.
Thank you for having me, Joel.
Okay, wonderful. So please introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you basically do.
Well, like you said, my name is Memory H. Chanda. I, first of all, identify as a child of God before any other title or ability gets attached to it. I am that person who just loves God and living for the glory of God to shine through me. And of course, by profession, I lecture, and I'm a lecturer and poet, public speaker. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So, how did you identify your calling? Did someone maybe come and lay hands on you or what? Or maybe you were able to see these natural abilities in yourself?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question, because sometimes when you talk about the calling, people often ask questions like, who ordained you? Who would say this? But at the end of the day, we realize that it is not man to help you realize your calling. Of course, God places people in our lives to bring things to our attention, but it is God who actually helps us to find our purpose. So I think for me, it was having that journey, that sincere journey with God, and he starts showing me who I truly am and start having conversations with him, pursuing a more spiritual and relationship kind of thing with God rather than just religion.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so in maybe going to your early childhood, maybe tell us about your upbringing and your early childhood, how in your family, how it has been, things like that.
Yeah, I was born in Northern Province, Mbala, lived the most of my life in Kasama, raised by a single mother, was a beautiful, lovely woman, very ambitious, and her tenacity, just she loved God as well. Unfortunately, she passed last year in October, and like I said, she raised us single-handedly because my father passed on when I was a year old. And I have other siblings. We are 5 altogether.
Okay.
Yes, boys.
Wonderful. And in terms of your upbringing, how was your mom, in terms of, let's say, was she a strict person? Was she one of those who was maybe harsh but well-meaning? Sometimes a single parent or even both parents, then sometimes you feel, oh, mom, you're being harsh, dad, you're being harsh, but then it's actually well-meaning. It's actually for your own good.
I would say my mom was not a harsh person at all. She was a loving person. Strict, yes. I think it has worked for my good. She was strict about the company we kept. You don't just get to have friends anyhow. I think the first friend I actually had was in high school. Because our environment was that of a ghetto. So growing up in a ghetto, she knew what she wanted for me. She knew that it is not something I was going to get from my immediate environment, the children around me, because this is an area where people feel okay to insult, where children don't really value education. Before they are 15, they're already married. As soon as they mature, they're thinking about a man. So she knew that I did not need to get mixed up. Of course, being younger, I didn't see that. Sometimes feel like, oh, mommy is too strict. I can't play. I can't do this. But as I grew, I began to understand she knew what she wanted from me, and it came from a good place, and I love her for that.
Okay, wonderful indeed, truly inspiring. And even in your upbringing, do you remember maybe any specific phrase from your mom, like maybe something which caught your attention and something that has steered you on?
Yeah. I'll tell you one day. She was a Jehovah's Witness, by the way, and so she used to carry me to those ministrations. And I remember one day just telling her, "Mom, I'm tired," and she said, "Yeah, but we just need to evangelize a little bit more." And I said to her, "Come on, I'm not Jesus." and she looked at me. I could tell she was so upset with me. Are you seriously saying you're not Jesus? You are supposed to be more like Jesus. She said that to me. I think I was like 8 years, somewhere there. And that phrase has stuck with me. That experience of my mom, me telling her, I am not Jesus. And she looks at me and says, you are supposed to be more like Jesus.
Wow.
That every single day, I think it's one of those experiences where it just keeps ringing in my head. I'm supposed to be more like Jesus. I'm supposed to be more like Jesus. And I don't think she even maybe like remembered the conversation herself, but it has really stuck with me.
Wow, I love that. More like Jesus.
Yeah.
And that has just been your guiding
Yes.
phrase, like Mom said, be more like
Be
Jesus.
more like Jesus.
Wow.
Even when you don't feel like it. Even when you feel like, oh, I'm human. Oh, I am tired. I'm exhausted. I am feeling this way. We remember that he set himself as an example. And that's another thing that I loved about my mom. I don't think she exactly wanted us to be like somebody else or that great person or herself. No, she's like, you're supposed to be more like Jesus. And I feel more parents should try this. Don't try to mold yourself into the version of you that you wish you could be or the version that you think is happening around you, but more like Jesus, because he's the greatest example that we could all possibly have.
Wow, wonderful, truly inspiring indeed. And still speaking of your mom, I'm sure she's the one who identified some of the talents that you have right now. So how was it when watching you grow up? Would she say, oh, I think you can be an actress, I think you can be a good speaker?
So speaker, yes. I don't think she was really keen onto like acting and these other things. But speaking, she really was keen on it. She would sit down and listen to me. I don't think she also probably understood that I would speak on national platforms or that I would impact the globe. I think all she wanted was be able to speak so that you can evangelize. But of course, God has more plans than we actually do, and he can use us even when we don't fully understand the picture. So I think that was her case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, still speaking on your giftings and talents, of course, apart from your mom and maybe your immediate family, your siblings, at some point in primary school or high school, were you mentored by anyone? Did someone mentor you and say you have this particular talent? You can do something with your life.
Yeah, absolutely. The first person that did that for me was my teacher of English in grade 8 and 9. So he would give us these, assignments, and he would say, write a story about this and this. And I remember one day, I think it was the first assignment he gave us, and I wrote a beautiful story. And the only thing that was wrong with it was a spelling. So I was talking about meat in terms of M-E-E-T, but I wrote M-E-A-T.
Yeah, the beef.
Yeah.
The beef we have for dinner.
I mean, I probably was hungry.
Exactly. Yeah.
But he read the story and came to me and said, when did this happen? And I looked at him, I said, what? He said, when did this happen? I said, it never did. I just imagined it and I wrote it. And so he was so perplexed. He was amazed to say to me, I swear to God, I believed that this story was real.
Wow.
And he began to just talk to me about the whole thing, to say, you are a good writer. I think you can do so much with your writing. And also in my senior high school, I experienced teachers who also would talk to me about my speaking abilities and my story writing skills. Yeah, so it was all encouraging, though I didn't understand at that time that I would actually grow up and, publish books.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wonderful. And also in terms of your poetic abilities, was that also in high school? Were you going for competitions?
I was a very competitive pupil, especially starting from grade 8. I don't think I spent a whole month in school. I would constantly travel, be at conferences, Natas back then. I don't know what it is called now, but I would take part in poetry competitions, acting. I was very, very interested in that, and I think I found it to be so amazing and fun. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. And in terms of your college, I'm sure you expanded these abilities further. And could you maybe just shed more light maybe on your first piece of public writing and how that experience was?
Yeah. I was in first year at the Copperbelt University, and I'd seen a certain lady publish her book. It's funny how sometimes when other people realize their dreams, we also realize, oh, that could be me. So I got so inspired by that young lady, and I thought to myself, I have been writing stories and I never publish, so why not? And I took it upon myself, started serving. I didn't necessarily ask anybody for money or something. I just, when I'm given money for tuition fees, I cut a little bit of it. boarding house fees, I cut a little bit of it, and I tell my landlord, I will pay you, just trust me. And I published the book, and the first one was Unhinged.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a story about a young lady coming from Kasama, going to CBU, and just becoming this beautiful person and realizing that there was more to her. And I think in hindsight, I was kind of writing about myself, although not necessarily, me, but really inspired by my journey. So that book did amazingly well. I was really surprised. I was writing from a place of, well, let me share with the world what I do in my own space. And then it was shocking and really just so wonderful that the support was amazing. At the time, there was the mayor of the city of Kitwe back then, and the DC, and the people showed up to my book launch, and I was like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Wow, it's a hit.
It's a hit
Exactly.
after all.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and after that, I went on to write my second book, 2020. It was titled Raped, Convicted, Then Murdered. I think that is the time when I launched my advocacy voice against GBV, sexual abuse to be particular. And the aim of that book was to make sure that I highlight what actually happens in our society that sometimes we tend to pay a blind eye to. And also because I personally had gone through that when I was a kid. I was sexually abused, and at the time, I think I was struggling with the concept of coming out, while at the same time not hurting my image, not getting this new identity of, oh, that is the girl who was sexually abused or something like that. So I packaged it in a fiction story and published it, and people would get in touch with me and say things like, oh, did you go through this? And I'm like, no, because I wasn't ready to talk about my own story. But I'm glad that the book still did get help, to get help people.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. And tell us briefly about Luyando. You can just tell us, like, of course, talking about your background and the
Yeah.
things you've gone through. And
Yeah.
what gave you the courage to actually come up with this amazing documentary?
Yeah, Luyando, I would say is really none of me and all of God. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, when I wrote Raped, Convicted, Then Murdered, I was writing from a place of hiding and just putting things up somehow. But it wasn't really true, not just to me, but it wasn't true of God's character. So I remember in 2024, just the Lord encountering me and showing me to say, you need to write a book. And I said, which book? I wasn't keen on writing at the time. And he said to me, it's a book you've already written, but that you're going to change. The reason why was because Raped, Convicted, Then Murdered, as you could tell, the ending was that the person who went through sexual abuse actually got killed at the end of it all. It was not giving hope. It was not giving the grace of God. And so I had to end the publication of Raped, Convicted, Then Murdered and start a new story, Luyando, which shows really a journey of a young lady who was brutally sexually abused, and at the end of the day, she does not give in to what the society was giving back to her, the injustice, but she decides to heal on her, trauma, and also decides to be a voice for others, a tool for change in her community to help end what she went through, which is JBV.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, we take a short break. We'll take a short break, and I'll be right back as we continue with the interview.
In a world filled with noise, CBC is a voice of hope, truth, and transformation. We are a dynamic, purpose-driven broadcaster bringing you content that uplifts, inspires, and changes lives every single day. From youth to professionals, to families and undeserved communities. Our programming speaks to every heart, every home. And for brands with visions, we are the platform that puts your message where it matters the most. We are more than just a channel. We are a movement of faith, of purpose, of impact. Partner with CBC TV and let your brand stand for something greater. Purpose, integrity, lasting impact. CBC TV, inspiring transformation every day. Christ Life is more than a school. It's a nurturing community. Our qualified teachers use innovative methods that keep the minds and hearts of our students engaged. Our cafeteria isn't just a place to eat. It's a hub of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression. The heart of knowledge builds in our school library with a wide collection of fiction, non-fiction, reference material, and digital resources. Our school offers exciting and safe playground facilities for both ECE and primary students. Safety is our top priority, and our drivers are carefully selected for their professionalism and commitment to the well-being of our students. At Christ Life School, we believe education is not just about passing exams, it's about preparation. So, if you are looking for a school that feels like home, where your child will be known, loved, and challenged to reach their highest potential, then Christ Life School is the place.
Welcome back to the Light TV Breakfast Show, and we continue with our interview with an amazing guest, with Memory H. Chanda, and she is speaking to us. We left off on gender-based violence and the documentary Luyando. So just continue to explain on the inspiration behind this one amazing documentary, which I should say is world-class.
Thank you so much. So like I was saying earlier, I think it really wasn't an idea that came from me to say, oh, I just want to do this, but it is something that God impressed on my heart, and it is for the purpose of helping others. Luyando means love. And oftentimes I find that people who have gone through gender-based violence experience, to be specific, sexual abuse, tend to feel less loved, less lovable, and they tend to hate those parts of them, that background story about them. But God began to just communicate with me that even if something like that had happened to me, He wasn't done with me, and I was still loved by God. And it was so funny because for somebody who was already on this path of living your life purposefully, I used to think I loved myself. But until that issue was really unearthed, I realized I didn't really love myself, because there were things I'd buried down that I wasn't willing to reach down and fetch it out. I was suppressing emotions so that I can continue looking like that ambitious, independent lady, strong, poised, and all of that. But at the end of the day, God wants to heal all of that. And so that was the angle from which the documentary Luyando came about, so that we can spread love to other people who have gone through these experiences of gender-based violence, and to help them realize that there is healing for them. God can heal trauma. He has healed mine. And so the documentary is really a testimony of what God has done for me, and to show them what is possible for them, to show them that whatever happened does not get to define them. God still has a purpose for them.
Indeed. So from your perspective, what role can media and education and even community leaders, what role can they play with regards to gender-based violence?
I'll start with media. One of the hindrances that we faced when we were shooting Luyando, and really the production of it, the advertisement of it, was that when we reached out to media houses, they would actually be, if I may use the word, appalled with the term sexual abuse. They want to kind of cover it up. Don't use the word sexual abuse. Don't use the word rape. Don't do this. We can't write that on our page to talk about this documentary. And oftentimes I would tell my manager, well, if they don't want to talk about it, then we are not going to get, in business with them, because as media, we must be able to talk about the real things that are actually happening. Yes, well, talk about the entertainment industry, but the real issues in our society, the real people that are watching you have gone through stuff that they would want to get help on. So if you're not going to talk about it, then what good are you? I think I want media houses and these social media pages to start asking themselves, are they just out there for clout and attention and followers, or are they out to actually really help society? And if they are really out there to help society, these are real issues that they must do. And when it comes to community leaders, I just feel bad that we want to talk about the spirit of community. No, let's deal with this within the community when it is a bad thing. When it is a good thing, we don't want to do that. And when it comes to these issues of GBV, the spirit of the community is not to keep it within, is not to, no, let's deal with it within ourselves. The real spirit of the community in those issues is to take it to the authorities, is to make sure that that predator does not remain in the community, because then he just keeps perpetuating that act, not just to the one person, but may happen to the next person. So let's come together as social media houses, community people, really the leaders and all, to work together and, fight against sexual abuse and just GBV at large.
Exactly, wonderful. And also that speaks to cultural norms. I think we need to break certain cultural norms, and just because we think, this might affect us as a community, these are dirty things, but we need to be real about them.
Exactly. Yes. And I feel we need to redefine peace. It's not peace when you suppress things. You're not keeping peace in your community by keeping Washimapalu from going to jail, while at the same time he is, hurting the children. He is hurting his wife.
Exactly.
He is beating people up, and you think keeping him is actually keeping peace? No, that is keeping war. So we need to redefine what peace looks like.
Exactly. Yes. And on a lighter note, say if you weren't doing this as a career, like maybe what career would you be doing? What other career would you be?
I'd probably be a dancer. I'd probably be a dancer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe feature in some of these videos and
I'm picturing myself right now.
Imagine.
Yeah, but I would probably have been that.
Yes.
That's really
Yeah, and then there's also a powerful quote from, I think, one of your mentors, that's Dr. Walubita Sianga, which says, if your ability to speak good English cannot earn you money, then it is useless. So how did this quote really translate?
Yeah, right. That is my great mentor right there. My father in the, in church and everything, Dr. Walu. So this one day we were having the mentorship session, the first ever mentorship session that I had with him. He asked me what I am good at. And so when I said, I'm good at public speaking, he looked at me and said, well, Memory, if your ability to speak English cannot earn you money, it is useless.
Wow.
And I looked at him, I was like, okay, blunt. And but he was right. And I think it applies to every other skill that you have, every other talent that you have, even your body itself. Yeah, I talk to ladies, they are slim, they are tall, they walk really nicely. I'm like, that's useless if you're not using it to your advantage.
Exactly.
Go be a model, you know
Yes.
what I mean? If you're good at advertising things, convincing people, it is useless if you can't use that to earn money. And I think I'm pointing that out because sometimes we are looking on the outside to find what we can do to earn money. And God is looking at us and saying, why do you think I gave you good speech? That is so that you can earn money. So let us always capitalize on our natural abilities. You'd find that that is your core thing that you're supposed to pursue, and it will make you a whole lot of money instead of trying to go looking for a job, lining up on, endless queues to get an interview. What about if you can sit in your home, harness that skill, polish it up, and start something on your own?
Wonderful. So how has Dr. Walu's teaching inspired you? How has it shaped you?
Oh, it has shaped me. It's shaping me, and it will continue to shape me. He is a great man, and he's not just a mentor. He's a father figure to me. So most decisions that I make, I would first go to him and say, you know what, Dad, there is this and this and this, and oftentimes I find that what I thought was wise was actually just a good idea that needed to be amplified, or something that needed to be let go for the moment to pursue something higher or bigger. And he helps me to see things on a bigger picture. And I would say this to other young people, especially those that are ambitious, talented, and skilled. Find somebody you can sit under. You know, don't just be like, oh, I am talented, let me go out there on my own. Wisdom is really important, and you can never have it all. You need people who have gone ahead of you, and I'm glad that Dr. Walu is that one person for me.
Okay, wonderful. You know, as an amazing person, because you know you really inspire me personally, I follow you on Facebook too, and you know I always ask, like, where do you get your inspiration from? Is it from your upbringing? Is it everyday life experiences? What's your major source of inspiration?
I always give that one answer frequently, and people often look at me like, what? I think most of the inspiration comes from God. Why do I say so? Yes, my upbringing has a big effect on what happens, but I find that mostly God drops it in my spirit. Or I'll be reading the Word of God and He drops it like, talk about this. So that's where my inspiration comes from.
Okay,
Yes.
Wonderful. You know, it has been a pleasure to be with you having this interview, and please continue with the wonderful work that you are doing. You personally inspired me. I love the way you inspire other people, and please keep up with the good work. Please
Thank
continue
you.
to soldier on and continue inspiring all of us.
Thank you. Thank you so
yes.
much.
Thank you very much for your time on the Light TV Breakfast Show. Yes. So, dear viewer, indeed you've heard it for yourselves from Memory Edge Chanda, a wonderful inspiration in our day. Indeed, we just hope you've gotten one or two things. We just hope you've been inspired, and we hope that you can do something with your life, even as you have heard from our amazing guest today, Memory Edge Chanda. So please continue pushing on, get inspired, and do something great with your life. Please join me on the other side, even as we take a break.
Others were working, they had good jobs, but they lost it along the way. So they need your support, they need your help. Feel free to visit our center so that we advise on how we can come together and help these individuals.
Thank you, viewers, for joining us on Light TV Breakfast Show. As we know that this is a special week, Valentine, where people are celebrating love. We just had a wonderful time where the interview that we had, a special interview with Memory H. Chanda. We move on to the other segment with interesting activity that we have for today. Thank you for joining us again. We are back in the studio on an important segment. Joining us on this set is Mr. Kamfuli, who will be able to teach us. Is a wonderful man, actually, who is married, who has been married now for over, if I'm not mistaken, for over 2 years right now. Yes, Mr. Valentine, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing so fine. You can just hear by the name Valentine, and you know that truly this Valentine is going to be amazing to some of you viewers who are actually watching out there. Mr. Valentine, do you usually celebrate Valentine just like your name is Valentine?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we do. We do celebrate. Yes.
You do celebrate. So how do you celebrate your Valentine? I know most people, when they are celebrating their Valentine, I see that they give out gifts, they go out with their partner. With your wife, how are you planning to, or how do you usually celebrate this Valentine?
So as for me and my wife, for us, we are quality time people.
You are quality time people.
Yeah.
Okay, you love spending time together.
Yeah, so
okay.
Usually it is just between me and my wife.
Okay.
Just isolated. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So you don't love like big parties, like maybe you go out in the mall, maybe you go out to do something. You just love. Okay. By the way, are you both of you introvert? At least one of the partners, someone has to be extrovert, someone has to be introvert, so that you can balance. Because when you say that you love just being inside, that tells me that you are an introvert, both of you.
Yeah, I think we are.
Okay.
I think we are introverts, but yeah, we do go out.
Okay.
Yeah, we do go out. Yeah.
You do go out at times
yeah.
when you feel like going out. Okay. So when you say you do go out, what usually do you usually do? Like you go out, is it you just go out taking a walk, or is it you go for movies or what?
Usually when we go out, it's for a meal.
It's for a meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Valentine, I would really love to know who is more romantic between you and your wife.
Between me and my wife.
Yes.
Romantic. I think it's my wife.
Why do you say so? You know, because most people say, men are romantic compared to women. How is it the opposite now?
No, I think it's my wife. I think I'm less of the romantic guy.
Don't tell me.
I'm telling you, I'm less of the romantic guy, and my wife
Okay.
is so romantic because there are certain things that she does that are just so romantic. Sometimes we just prepare a special meal for me. Sometimes she'll just buy gifts for me. Yeah, I'll just find them by surprise. They say, "Oh, baby, I bought you this." Yeah, so I'll say my wife.
Oh, your wife. So your
Yeah.
wife is more romantic. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's really nice, and that's amazing to hear when you say your wife is amazing, because mostly in some cases I know women are romantic, but someone told me that men are more romantic than women.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah, sometimes I am.
Yes.
Sometimes because I'm learning from her.
Okay.
So yeah, sometimes.
Because why I think why the person said that, because I was actually reading a quote, someone saying that men are more romantic than women, because you find that men for them to actually please a woman, they have to buy flowers, they have to buy gifts to their loved ones, they have to do something special. But when it comes to women, women are more receptive, and women also, they do at times give out gifts, but it's not like men the way we do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm learning it from her. Yeah, I do try to be romantic. Yeah, Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's really amazing. So, Mr. Valentine, I would really love to know, what does love mean to you beyond just gift and celebration? You know, on Saturday people will be celebrating their Valentine. People would really want to even to to go extra miles to stretch themselves. So, what does love mean to you beyond gifts and celebrations?
So for me, love is patience and tolerance.
Okay.
Yeah, love is patience and tolerance. Beyond the gifts and other stuff, love is patience and tolerance. You need to be patient with your partner.
Okay.
The first thing that you should know is that when you are with a person, this is a person. Say maybe you meet when you are maybe 25 and your partner is 20. One thing that you should know is that...
Wait, you said you meet. So I would love first to... I'm so much curious to know how you first met your wife.
I saw that coming. I saw that coming.
I would really love to know, how did you meet your wife, and how long did you date even before you got married?
So, how I met my wife. I was invited for Youth Friendly Corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so I attended. So the first day I went, that day she joined before me. Okay. So the day I went, she was not there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just that normal day. So the other day, I think the following day of the meetings, she came. Yeah, I just looked at her.
That was a youth conference?
No, it was just it was a youth-friendly corner at a clinic.
Okay.
Yeah,
at a clinic. Okay.
Yes. So the following day, I saw her. Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, you know. Yeah, but I didn't pay much attention to her. Yeah, but I noticed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then started going for those meetings. But for her, the time she saw me, she had she didn't like me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she didn't like me.
Why?
Okay, by then I was small in stature.
Okay.
Yeah, I was small in stature. So.
Oh, you mean you are not looking like this?
Yeah, she has made me.
Okay.
Like this. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
So
yes.
So for her, I was more like a young boy. Yeah. So yeah. I try. I don't know how it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. We just found ourselves getting close.
Okay.
Yeah. While in the meetings, started getting close. We buy maybe if we're getting something, you just find yourself getting something for her.
Okay.
You see, that's how we started getting close.
Okay, so the time you actually saw her, I know there were a lot of ladies or friends around you. How did you know that this is a perfect match for me? The first time you just saw her, I know you said that you mentioned twice, say, when I saw her, and I knew that there must be some chemistry there. How did you know that this is going to be your wife, like this was going to be a perfect match for you?
I knew what I wanted.
Okay.
And of course there were a lot of ladies, because I think I would say 70% of the people that were part of the group, the youth group, were ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think she was outstanding. Yeah, she was outstanding, and the way she carried herself.
Okay.
Yeah, the way she carried herself, it was just so exceptional. Okay. Yeah, and then because before that, I'd made the request to the to the elders and deacons of my church.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
told them to say, you know, I want a woman to settle down with.
Okay.
Yeah, so my thought was this person, I would see her in church.
Yes,
she'll come
yes,
and
yes,
join
yes.
the praise team and what. But
Eh.
God works in
It
mysterious
was a
ways.
different way.
Yeah, it was a
di-
different
story
yeah,
for
it
you.
was a different
Okay.
story, yeah.
So, Mr. Valentine, I love the point you said that you love the way she carried herself. I know your wife is beautiful. You'll be able to mention the name of your wife. I know your wife is beautiful, but what really attracted you to your wife? Was it just beauty even before you knew her, or it was just a character, the way she carried herself? Can you please shed more light on that so that...
My wife, she's calm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's calm
Mm.
and respectful.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's the person she is.
Okay.
And those are some of the qualities, yeah, that you would see in a person even before you get close to this person.
Okay.
You know, that attracted me.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that brought me close to her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's calm. You loved her calmness.
Yes, that attracted me to close to her.
Close to
Yeah,
her.
that attracted me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then got to know her. Then I came to know the type of a person that she is, of which I found that she was a fantastic woman.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Kamfudi, Valentine.
Yes,
I know we are celebrating Valentine.
Yeah.
Already in the week of Valentine, as
Yes,
people
sir.
will be celebrating on the 14th. So, just to ask a question, what have you learned about love? You being together. What have you learned about love from you being together? Like, what have you learned love? What really love is to you? Like,
I think, like I said earlier, love is patience and tolerance.
okay.
Yeah, so like for the 2 years that we've been married, what I would say is it's a learning process. You never stop learning. You never know you never know your partner.
Okay.
Yeah, because each and every day that comes, your partner is growing. You are also growing. So there are certain things that used to be normal way back that will not be normal for you because you are growing and you are maturing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So one thing I would say about love is you need to be patient, you need to be tolerant, you need to understand that your partner is not a perfect being.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a perfect being. My partner is going to make mistakes here and there.
Okay.
Yes. So you don't, like I said, you don't expect a perfect person who doesn't make mistakes. Once you create that standard to say my partner is perfect, who doesn't make mistakes, then you are not going to be happy. Why? Because you have these higher expectations from your partner. But once you leave room to say, no, my partner is a human being. At a point, my friend is going to make a mistake. My friend is going to do this. My friend is going to do that. And when that happens, you need to prepare yourself to say, I will forgive. I will not hold it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you are talking about your partner cannot be fully perfect, like completely perfect, like an angel, say to say. Now, I want you to shed more light. There are those people who are in a toxic relationship, yes, where maybe their partner beats them, maybe their partner abuse them, maybe their partner, just does those long things. So does it mean that even them, they just have to have patience until
I'll say this. When you are dating a person, there are red flags
okay.
that you are going to see. I remember I once asked a friend of mine before they got married.
Okay.
I asked this. I think I've asked 2 couples this question. That have you ever seen the foolishness of your partner?
Okay.
Yes. One
That's a good
couple.
question.
Yeah. One couple said yes.
Okay.
I have seen it. And the next question that I asked was, are you willing to accept that foolishness? You see that?
This is them.
Yes. And then I asked another couple and I asked them, have you ever seen the foolishness of your partner? Both said no. Yeah. So what am I trying to say? So in a relationship, as you are dating, there are red flags. Don't let love cloud your thinking or your reasoning. Because if you see someone being violent when you are dating, listen, when you get married, That is now it's more like a comfortable space. This person now is comfortable. This person will beat you blue black. If he was able to beat you while you are in a relationship, what is going to stop him from beating you when you guys
So,
get married?
Mr. Valentine, I love the point you are saying that now there are people who believe enough that they can change their
No.
partner.
No,
you
it's not in a man's power
But
to
I've
change
seen
a
people.
person.
I've seen a woman changing after that. Like after getting married, I've seen some people.
Yeah, by the grace of God, that's what I'm saying. You cannot rely on that. You see,
Okay,
you cannot
yeah.
rely on that to say, I'm going to change this person. This person, no. It's not in your power. It's better you are praying for that person. You see,
Okay.
it's better you are praying for that person. You pray for that person to change, and ask God. Let God guide you. You know, marriage is not a decision that you just make. You just wake up and say, no, I'm going to marry this one. No, it is that is a lifetime commitment.
Yeah,
You
that's
need to pray over it. It is something that God should confirm to you to say, this is the way to go. You see, because in the Bible, Hosea, prophet Hosea, it was God that told him that you should marry a prostitute,
Okay.
and she gave him a tough time. She gave him a hard time. It was God that told him to do that.
Yes,
So if God has permitted you to marry that toxic person and you have prayed over it and you have confirmed, you can go ahead. God will surely do a miracle and that person is going to change. But if you are just say no, because he loves me, he gives me this and that, and then at the end of the day he's beating you, he's going to kill you when
Okay,
when you people
Mr.
get married.
Valentine, I love that. There are people who say that love is blind, you know. Many people say love is blind. So what's your take on that notion where people say that love is blind?
Love is blind.
Yes.
Love is blind. Because I think I'll pick it from the scriptures where the Bible says that love covers the multitude of wrongs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when we say love is blind, I think I'm going to pick it from there. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to pick it from that scripture. It says, love covers a multitude of wrongs. So, like I said, you don't expect a person to be perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't expect a person to be perfect. So even in their imperfections, in their weaknesses, yeah, love has to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard someone made a statement saying that if love is blind, then marriage will open your eyes. Maybe just to ask on, what are some of the red flag that most people who are just dating, who haven't yet gotten marriage, what are some of the red flag that people ignores? You know, there are some red flag that most, maybe both male and female, when they are in the relationship, they actually ignore, but it's a red flag. Can you maybe highlight or mention some of the red flag that you can help the viewers who are watching outside there?
So, some of the red flags that I would talk about. One is support.
Support, okay.
Yes.
What do you mean?
So, if a person you are dating cannot support you, even in simple things, small things. You know, one thing that got me so attracted to my
Yes.
wife was how she used to support me
Okay.
when we were just dating, even before she became my fiancé. There would be times whereby we were maybe text chatting, and then all of a sudden she noticed that I've stopped responding.
Okay.
I don't have money for talk time. There's nothing in my phone.
Okay.
She would send even little as a 2kwacha, just for me to make some SMSs.
Wow.
You see that? That for me, I was seeing a person who is willing to stand by me in everything.
Okay.
I was looking at a person who can support me. Even if I have nothing, this person is going to stand by my side.
So you mean that support has to be both sides,
Yes.
not just from one side?
No. It has to
Because
be two ways.
most people say, no, man, you are the head. You are
Yes,
the head.
you are
have
the
to...
head, and the helper has to help.
Okay.
You see? Yes, the helper has to help. What if you are in a situation where you are incapacitated? Does that mean you being the provider, you are in the state where you are incapacitated? Say, for example, you have a stroke. Does that mean your marriage is over? Does that mean that there will be nothing in the home? No. All those things, that's why some people will be left to say, no, he can't provide, I'm leaving. Why? Those were the red flags. They were red flags that were ignored. Number two, another red flag is violence.
Violence, okay.
Yes. If you notice your partner while you still are dating, he is violent or she is violent. There are situations where we are finding people being killed, kills the partner, even commit suicide. Those are anger issues that were never dealt with. Those are red flags. You see.
Okay, so maybe on violence, there are some women who really easily fall in love with, especially with those prey boys, those
Bad
guys,
boys.
yes, bad boys, yes, you know, them they take it as if it is love.
No, it's not love. It is not love.
Okay.
Listen, the Bible says that do unto others what you would want them to do unto you. If I wouldn't want to be beaten at every chance that my partner has beating me, every chance the partner has beating me, if I don't want that happening to me, why should I do it in the first place?
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. If a person is beating you, doesn't mean that person loves you. No, that person doesn't love you. Because at the end of the day, that person will kill you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
those are some of the red flag you mentioned of violence. You also mentioned of support. Is there any red flag you feel like maybe there's one more red flag you feel like people should actually see?
Other red flags.
Yes, that you feel like, okay, like you mentioned of violence, you also mentioned of someone has to support you, like support also. Do you feel like there's anything like some of the red flag? What of the woman who talks a lot? You know, there are some women who are too talkative. Is that can that also be a violent, or maybe it's the personality of a person?
Can that be, so in short you're saying, can that be a red flag?
Yes, because there are some people say, no, me I cannot marry from a Bemba tribe. It's because women, they talk too much. You see that kind of a thing.
You know, that's just a personality. Yeah, that can be just someone's personality. And like I said, you need to understand the person's personality.
Okay.
And that's talkativeness, as I can put it. That talkativeness, it is something that if it outweighs, or if it is something that you can't tolerate, if it is something that you can't handle, it's better you walk away.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can manage it, if you feel it is normal to say, anyway, sometimes people that talk too much, they are good.
Okay.
Because they will find that you are tired, and then they will just be talking to you, telling you stories, helping you relax, helping you calm your mood, because they're just talking. Sometimes that is good.
Yeah.
So it goes with what you want.
Yeah, I feel also it's also good because you find that if maybe all of you are quiet, you find that even you won't have something to say, common to say. But if one partner maybe is a bit louder than the other one, I think it balances because at least...
because they'll always be close to you. Because they will always want to talk. They want to say something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Valentine, even as we are concluding, what is one mistake here that people should avoid in relationships?
One mistake.
Yeah, just one mistake.
That people should avoid in relationships.
Especially, yes.
Not in marriage, but in relationship.
In relationship, when people they are about to get married, they are just in relationship.
Don't overlook red flags.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Don't overlook red flags. Don't overlook them. If it is something that you can that can be worked on, work on it before you get married.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they shouldn't overlook the red flags.
Yes.
Okay, so how can young people, the last question, how can young people recognize health love over toxic relationship? How can they recognize health love over toxic relationships?
In a healthy relationship, one, boundaries are respected.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is respect for boundaries. Boundaries are respected. And there is communication.
Okay.
Yeah, there is communication. And like I said, support.
Okay, support.
Yeah, there is support,
Okay.
and I think that's what I would say.
That's what you'd say?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe what can be your last encouragement to the viewers outside there, even for Valentine or just in general about love and also relationship?
So when we talk of Valentine is not just sharing love with your partner.
That's true.
No, we need to spread love out there. You know, we all want to be loved. Yeah, nobody, even the baddest person, the most feared person on earth, they also want to feel loved.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
and I can say love breaks barriers. So we just need to show love out there, show people love. Make sure this Valentine, your partner should feel special.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this period has to be special for them.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, the month of February for me is very, very special.
Okay. Why is it so special
Yeah,
to
it
you?
is very, very special because on 12th I'll be celebrating my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And on the 17th
Uh-huh.
we'll be celebrating our 2 years anniversary with my wife. Wow. Yeah, so the month of February is just very special to me. So dear to me.
It's loaded.
Yeah, it's very loaded.
It's
Yeah.
loaded. Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Viewers, thank you so much for staying glued and hearing this conversation with Mr. Valentine Kamfuli. That this has been a wonderful segment, and right now we're going to take a short break, even as we have more information on the other side. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Are you a small business and want to grow? On Light TV, you too can sell. Make big earnings. Tap into the market. It's on fire, rolling and tasty. Irenda, irepia. Call our marketing team and be a part of this exciting offer. Revamp your business, re-strategize, and let our creative team take your business to the next level. Call the numbers on the screen now so that we can take your business to another level. Ilenda Ilipia, exclusive to Light TV.
Thank you, viewers, for watching us and staying tuned. We are back again in the studio today, as we know that this is a special week of Valentine, where most people show love to their families, to their friends, to their loved ones, and just different types of love that people actually show and portray to others. And I am actually joined by my co-host, presenter, Mike Mwanza. Yes, Mr. Mike Mwanza, you're looking good, sir.
Thank you so much. Looking good too.
Wonderful. The way you're looking as if you're going for Valentine.
It's prepared.
You're prepared. Yeah. So you're going for Valentine. Where are you celebrating your Valentine, first of all?
I was supposed to celebrate my first Valentine with my partner, but it's unfortunately
What happened? Your first.
it's unfortunate that I will just spend it with my family.
Okay.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Mhm.
Things didn't go as we planned.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I'll just spend with my friends and family.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, wonderful. But do you usually celebrate Valentine, do you?
I've never celebrated Valentine, but I would love to.
Why? You didn't have someone whom you can share?
Yeah, most of the time that Valentine would come,
Mm.
you find that I'm single just ended yesterday. So you find that
Okay.
the time Valentine comes February, I don't know what happens. It's the month of February. I don't know if I'm not lucky. I don't know what.
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak in February. Your friends are celebrating, you are crying, but
Okay.
nevertheless, I'm
So
a person.
at least this year you have got someone you're celebrating with, eh? You can send a text message, hi, in the morning, like that.
Yesterday it just ended like it's over.
Don't tell me.
It's over, like it's just over. So
Eh?
I'll celebrate with my family.
You celebrate with your family.
I'll just get my sister and we'll go out to have a good time. That will be our Valentine.
That will be your Valentine. Okay, I see. You know, most people when we are talking about Valentine, some people. It's just that they limit this day, in particularly maybe just to relationship.
Yes.
Maybe to their partner or maybe to their loved one, to their wife. But when we are talking about Valentine, we are talking about you showing love to everyone.
Yes.
It can be your siblings, it can be your brother, it can be everyone around you. You can still show them Valentine, you can still show them some love. So, Mr. Mike, so what's your take on Valentine, especially on celebration? How would you intend to celebrate Valentine next time? Like you are saying that you just celebrate with your family. Then the other time, how would you want to celebrate it?
All right. Thank you so much, Pastor Shepard. How would you want to celebrate my Valentine? Maybe in the next coming years, or maybe even this one. Maybe by God's grace. One thing that I would do is be with my partner. Only if I have a partner, but if I don't have a partner, like the way I am right now, I would spend.
Someone is watching you outside there, so
yeah, like I would want to just to be with my family, more especially me and my family. We don't stay together, stay alone.
Okay.
So you find that I'm usually busy with work and here and there. So I find that I don't have a good time with Valentine, like with my family. So on a Valentine Day, I believe most of the people, it will be more like a holiday, where people don't work, where we gather the family to
have some snacks,
have some good time together.
Do some bonding.
Yes,
it's very much
more
important.
especially my little sister. I'm in the family of 4,
Okay.
3 guys and 1 girl.
Wonderful.
And she's the last born. So she has been away with us, and I would love to see her. Just spend the whole day with her.
You need family bonding. Oh, that's really amazing.
Yes,
Oh,
and the other thing also is the other time that people were celebrating the Valentine. Me and my friends, we never celebrated. I don't know if it was celebrated, but we had decided to go and visit one of the orphanage in Kamanga there, where we had bought some red clothes and we printed them.
We did some charity works.
Charity works. Also, people had donated some clothes for the children, and we had bought some Crocs for the children also, and we had also bought some food to go and share out, and it was a very big event, and people, they felt nice. We had some I would say maybe a short of sermon, a short of message, that's to have God's words and an encouragement to one another, showing that this love that we have is not the love that we enjoy or that we just make on our own, but this love it came from God who first loved us, as we heard in the book of John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that He gave his and begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him shall never perish." So from the beginning it shows that God first loved us, and we have to love Him back, and we have to show this love to our friends. So that's how that past I'd celebrated my Valentine. This time, by God's grace, I would love to go back again, maybe even to a different orphanage, to just to go and help the children, because me myself personally, I'm a person that loves children and I love helping nature. Yes. So if I can't spend the Valentine with my family or with my partner, I would love to go and spend my Valentine with other people out there that I would want to help, and just even spend a good time with them. Yeah, I think
wonderful.
that would be okay.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
I love the way you celebrated your Valentine last year, where you went out to an orphanage and you gave out some of those things. You know, most people, it's very encouraging, yes, especially on Valentine. You show love to everyone, to your family, to your relatives, just everyone in general. It doesn't just have to be limited to your partner. Yes, you need just to do agape love, where you show everyone and everyone that is connected to you. Yes. We move on. We are going to look on the top stories for today, what's trending, and we see what's in the news buzzing. We have the top story today, that is Hichilema urges Africa to take charge of mineral resources, prioritize value addition. President Hakainde Hichilema has called on African countries to take ownership of their mineral resources, emphasizing the need for value addition and structured mining practices. Speaking at the African Mining Indaba in Cape Town, South Africa, Hichilema stressed that Africa must move beyond exporting raw minerals and instead focus on processing and beneficiating its resources to drive economical growth and development. The president highlighted Zambia's success in attracting investment with over 12 billion US dollar committed since 2022, and its effort to revive previously defunct mines, including Konkola and Mopani copper mines. He also announced plans to conduct Zambia first high-resolution geophysical survey in 50 years to map national mineral potential. Hichilema emphasized the importance of collaboration among African countries, citing the need for aligned mineral policies, fair pricing for capital in the mining industry. He commended South Africa leadership in driving continental cooperation and urged mining companies to prioritize value addition and sustainability. The president's remarks came as Zambia seeks to increase its copper production to 3 million tons within a decade, with a target of 1 million tons this year. Hichilema administration has implemented reforms to stabilize the economy, reduce inflation, and attract investment, with GDP growth projected to reach 5.8% in 2025. You see, that's really amazing to see what the president is doing. Recently was in Cape Town, South Africa, at Indaba for mining, and he gave a very wonderful speech, and we're able to see that the president has got passion in developing this country, and we are able to see it's really showing even in our economy. We're able to see that he's planning to invest a lot of money, especially in mining, so that the mines can be boosted and we can have more profit.
Lungu's son Dariso loses 24 million kwacha in property to state. Former President Lungu's son Dariso Lungu has lost property worth over 24 million kwacha to the state after they were found to be proceeds of crime. The forfeit assets include over 69 motor vehicles and 23 pieces of land located across the country. In judgment delivered by the Lusaka High Court's Economic and Lusaka High Court, Economic and Financial Crime Court noted the investigation into Mr. Lungu's finance capacity revealed non-compliance with tax returns requirements by the Zambia Revenue Authority ZRA, including the submission of new returns. The court observed that this indicates Mr. Lungu had discernible income from employment or business activities that would be subject to tax. It further found that the funds used in acquire the property were reasonably suspected to have obtained through illicit or unlawful activities, including money laundering and tax evasion. The court also noted that the failure to establish legitimate resources of income, capacity of financing, and acquisition of the property led to the conclusion that the assets were tainted and constitute proceeds of crime. As a result, the court ordered that the property be forfeited to the state. To be applied as the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, deems fit within the confines of the law. The application was made by DPP Gilbert Piri under a non-convention based for future process.
Wow.
We now call for a break as we join us in the next program.
Christ Life is more than a school. It's a nurturing community. Our qualified teachers use innovative methods that keep the minds and hearts of our students engaged. Our cafeteria isn't just a place to eat. It's a hub of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression. The heart of knowledge builds in our school library with a wide collection of fiction, non-fiction, reference material, and digital resources. Our school offers exciting and safe playground facilities for both ECE and primary students. Safety is our top priority, and our drivers are carefully selected for their professionalism and commitment to the well-being of our students. At Christ Life School, we believe education is not just about passing exams, it's about preparation. So, if you are looking for a school that feels like home, where your child will be known, loved, and challenged to reach their highest potential, then Christ Life School is the place.
Thank you, viewers, for watching Light TV. We are back again in the studio. We just recently laid the news about the Lungu son, Dariso, loses 24 million in property to state. Can you imagine 24 million to the state after they were found to be proceeds of crime? Yes, we are able to see that 69 motor vehicles, 69, just imagine, 69 motor vehicles and 23 pieces of land.
And I'm sure they're big lands.
Yes. And
for it to reach 24 million.
Yes, and actually they investigated saying that he had no any other business that he could raise such kind of amount of money for him to buy all those motor vehicles. Viewers who are watching us outside there would love your comments on this, would love you can actually phone in to hear your feedback and your comment. Was it lawful for him to be done like that? Because at times I'm just thinking thinking out loud. At times you'll find that it maybe it was the late former president who actually gave him
because
the money.
he was the president.
Yeah,
It could
because
be, yeah,
it
it
could
could
be
be.
like that in such a kind of incidents.
yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it's because they believe when you're doing business, you have to pay taxes.
It's definitely someone has to pay taxes. Just that they couldn't trace the source of the money because the person actually never had any business or sources of income for him to generate that money. But there is also what we call maybe family inheritance, where your father maybe labored did that. Anyway, but that's a lot of money, 24 million. I was actually saw in a comment, someone was commenting on Facebook, he was saying that 24 million is a lot of money, because the Zambian population by then in 2021 we were 19.4 somewhere million, which means everyone could have shared this money.
Would have shared.
Could have shared,
would
and
have
this
been part of
money
it.
could have been invested in other sectors, so that
Especially
yes,
agriculture.
but and we see that the money actually doesn't have a true source where the person could own. He doesn't have any business. He's not running any business that could have generated this amount of money. That's how it came to the proceed of crime, and they actually the money, the property, everything is forfeited. When you look at 69 motor vehicle, one person.
I don't know how to call it, whether it's a bad story or it's good news or it's a bad news to us.
69 motor vehicles and 23 piece of land. That's a lot of things. When you look at 69, it's a lot. You can
very true.
69, it's really a lot when you see what's happening. Yes, and most people, they are just when people, there are times people are saying no, people are just trying to maybe to remove for example, like our late president, who is still in his body remains is still in South Africa, hasn't been buried, and other things. We're able to see such kind of things. So you find that this kind of investigation we are going on, and they discovered like that. Yes. Thank you, viewers, for watching. Would love you. You can actually phone in. You can call in on the lines on the screen there. We want to hear your feedback on this story about Darius Olungu's son, so we can hear, was it lawful for what the court did and other things. Would love to hear your feedback. You can phone in on the lines that are scrolling on the screen right there. We move on to see what's trending in entertainment and also the weather. Is that there is a flood risk raises as heavy rains expected. Tropical storm Gizan influenza rooms. The Zambian Meteorological Department has issued a weather alert following the positioning of the intertropical convergence zone across central Zambia, which is expected to shift southward within the next 24 hours. In addition, tropical storm Gizan, currently over the southwest Indian Ocean, is forecast to make landfall in Madagascar before moving into the Mozambique Channel by 11 February 2026. As the storm interacts with the ITCZ, warm and unstable atmospheric conditions are expected to intensify, resulting in widespread rainfall across the country, with heavy falls likely between 12 and 14 February. They warn that fluid-prone, low-lying and poorly drained areas face a heightened risk of flash flood, prompting authority to urge the public to precautionary measures to protect life and property. Now, there's actually a trending story, a trending news that is going on. If you know Kondwani Banda.
Yes, I've heard of him on Facebook.
Yes, Kondwani Banda. Kondwani Banda reportedly arrested, said to be deported to Zambia to face cyber bullying and other criminals charges. He was arrested, and we saw that yesterday. He actually said on his page that he was actually released from prison. Yes. We saw that on Sunday, pencil artist and leather smell Messi Gondwe alias Messi Gil Arts Cameroon American husband Gillette announced that after a 4-day operation, he was able to have infamous and cyber bully Kondwani Banda apprehended in East Africa. Gillard Gaynor pursuit of Kondwani Banda came after he accused him of scamming individual of deposit meant to secure jobs abroad using his wife for financial gains, and accusing his heavily pregnant wife of being a lesbian, a cyberbullying lend that lasted for more than 4 days. Kondwani is infamous known for exposing celebrity married couples and writing defamatory remarks about many other people's posts that have been regarded by many as false and verified. Despite his claim of fact-checking, Gillard said that the blogger was part of a large network with sponsors that expose and blackmailed people. You guys don't understand the deep blackmail that was going on behind. It was a whole network. You only saw the front, and he said on one post in a part, he added in another, they have people sending them videos and info, blackmail couples, celebrity, and everyone who became their prey. It's exactly what the guy has been doing. Before I got him, he had corrected money from a couple of others. We are able to see that Kondwani Banda, most people have been saying he's a scammer. He has been scamming people, and he has been sending false stories, false reports, something that people haven't done. And we saw that he was recently arrested, and we saw that after being arrested, he was put in a custody, that he got sick. The same day he got sick, so he was vomiting and other things. So he was later on released. Yes. We are able to see.
Don't they release under custody? Maybe they release. Maybe you go to the hospital, then you're still on the you're still in the police, but you're in hospital. They are just watching you.
So he was released because of his condition. Because if he was still in custody, maybe he would have died there. So he was released. Yes, viewers, thank you so much for watching. We are talking about Valentine. That was the main topic today. We were joined by different actually guests who came on the show here. We had Memory H. Chanda. We also had Mr. Valentine Kamfuri, who actually taught us about our relationship, about Valentine. I believe you learned a lot. Even as we are closing, we are actually calling out for choirs who wants to participate in Battles of the Choirs competition that we are running 2nd edition. We had this competition which started last year, 2025. We started it in September, and then the competition had to run up to December, where we crowned 4 winners who walked away with some prizes, where some of them walked away with 50,000, some of them walked away with 20, 15, 10, and the last got a 5,000. That was a music competition for the choirs. And this year we have brought back again Battle of the Choirs 2nd edition. This is a 2nd edition where we are still calling out for all the choirs outside there, whether you are from Dachi, as we
from SDA,
you are from Anglican, you are from UCZ, you are from a Baptist, you are from Catholic, whichever denomination that you belong on, this competition is for everyone. It's for everyone. We are calling it Battle of the Choirs. So right now we are still in this month of February. We are doing registration. We are registering all the choirs who are interested to join this competition. And for this year, we have got amazing prizes that we have for you. We have got the first one who walk away with 100,000, second 50, the third will walk away with 30, the last one will walk away with 20,000 kwacha. Can you imagine? You don't have to delay. You don't have to hesitate. And the only participation fee that you have to pay is $250. And there are no hidden fees. Once you pay that $250, which means you have joined in this competition until the competition finishes in July on 18th, where we're going to have our grand finale. So we are still calling out for all choirs to register
Yes.
for this battle of the choirs. So yeah, they can register. You know, if I was the viewers, I would actually form my own choir and say, no, let's go. There's a competition here. Yes,
It's
so
one of the fundraising.
yes,
Yeah,
because you find that there are most choirs who complain, say, no, we don't have we don't have uniform, we don't have instrument, we don't have this. But this is an opportunity that has come for them. It's a competition, but it's also ministry, because there are choirs who have never been on TV. There are choirs who have never actually been on TV or on camera, but this is an opportunity for you to join this competition and for you to be on TV and do ministry to outside there, because a lot of people will be watching this competition. They have already started watching, and we are urging you that you register your choir. This, yes.
Actually, I went to one of the churches, UCZ in Ngombe. So after telling the choir, the director for the choir, saying we have this battle of the choirs, like,
what was their response?
The response was like, me, I've been watching, I've been following you. Those guys, they're big people. Us, we can't compete. I said, no. Don't worry about that. As long as you have a big crowd that would support you, all we need is just you to come and register, then everything will follow.
Let me just make a comment on that. It's not about the crowd, the big number, or what people like they were saying us we are too small. We had one of the choir which was just a small group choir. They came out number 3. And we had 80 choirs who registered, and that choir came out number 3, and it was one of the youngest choir, because they were youths there, they were young ones, but they managed to win the competition. Who knows that you might be that lucky choir that can walk away with the first prize that we have for this year, 100,000.
Maybe just a question, Pastor Shepherd, maybe to those people that, like those that I visited, saying, no, we can't join because this is when we're starting singing, or maybe we haven't, we can't compete with big, because when people hear battle of the choirs, there's something that comes in their mind, battle of the choirs. They think like it's those people that have been on TV already, people that know how to sing, people that have gone to school for lessons. So what encouragement would you give to those people that are thinking like that battle of the choirs is for people that have been there, that have been on TV already? What can you encourage them so that they can also join?
So battle of the choirs is not really like it's for those choirs who have been in the game, to say so, for a very long time, or maybe those people who have been attending other festivals or competitions. No, this one is open to everyone. Even there are people who might be in Northwestern, who might be in Copper Belt, who might be in Chipata, who might be in Kafue, who might be in Southern, all the 10 provinces of Zambia. It's a nationwide music competition that we are actually calling all the choirs. So it doesn't matter your group. What we need is that as long as you are a choir, you sing gospel music. You are a choir, you can sing gospel music, you can be able to sing, and you know that you can get in this competition. And maybe let me just mention some of the benefits for those people when they register for this competition. Number one of the benefits is that when you register this competition, despite you actually winning one of the prizes, number one benefit is that you will be exposed. That's number one. A lot of people will get to know you. Can you imagine how many people will be blessed with your music? You know, we have those choirs who are called local champion, who are only appreciated in the 4 corners of the assembly of their churches. They are just appreciated from there, but they are not appreciated outside. But this is an opportunity where you can be appreciated. People can see your music. It's music, it's ministry the way you are doing. But despite, we didn't just want to bring choirs to sing for free, but we want actually to promote them and empower them. So no wonder we are calling them that they should register for this battle of the choir. So you might be asking, how can I register for this battle of the choir competition? As we are from Kanyama, maybe some people might say, if we tuikala Kanyama, if we turiba Kanyama, if we turiba kumatelo, wonsaba kumatelo, Kanyama, Mutendele, all the choirs we are calling you to to register for this competition. So how you can register, even as I'm concluding, is that you have to send us a 2-minute video of your choir singing. Send us a 2-minute video. That video, you can it can be a professional video. If you have done an album, you can send that professional video. Or if maybe you can record with your phone, what we need is that the picture quality, the video quality should be on point, the sound should be on point, because that same video you're going to send to us is the same video that will be showing to the viewers as we are in this month of February, because this month of February we are registering. Next month we start auditioning until May, June. That's where people start voting, and July 18, that's when we'll have our grand finale. So for right now, we need that 2-minute video of your choir singing. Once you send it to us, then we'll be able to send you a form that you have to fill in. The form, you are going to fill in your details of your choir. After filling in, then you have just to pay a 250 kwacha. That's a registration fee, just a 250 kwacha. Once you send that amount of money, you can either deposit in Zanaco account, which will be able to give you the account, or you can send it direct mobile money. Then you are being registered in this choir. So the phone number that you can send that video is 096 123 7304. 096 123 7304. You can send a high message on WhatsApp and send the video of your choir. Make sure you put the name of your choir. You tell us the name of your choir, and then you are in for this competition. Viewers, thank you so much for watching our Light TV breakfast show. I have been your host presenter, Shepherd Mulenga, and also Mike Mwanza, my co-presenter. It has been a wonderful morning, and we wish you a brighter day even as you move forward. Thank you so much for staying tuned and staying glued to our TV station, and we encourage you to watch other programs that are coming. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.